Hi, welcome to Unit 2, Quiz Practice, Select Solutions, Question 2. Okay, so if you did question 1, question 2, you probably already have the answer for. In question 2, you were told student mixes 100 milliliters of each reactant in the following 4 reactions, and you're given the table of reactions there, or reactant A and reactant B. And you're asked for question 2, only one of these forms a precipitate. In which reaction would you expect to see this precipitate form? So the first thing, in order to solve this problem, we're asked to find a precipitate. Well, what is the precipitate? Okay, which reaction forms a precipitate? I don't know unless I know what a precipitate is. All right, so in order to do that, let's talk about a precipitate. This goes back to your solubility rules. Recall that if you add two aqueous solutions of salts, so sodium nitrate and sodium chloride together, for example, and they exchange their partners, you're going to form 2 new salts. And if one of those salts are insoluble in water, according to the solubility rules, that will be your precipitate. So here, a very common example is silver chloride. And you saw in the demo, that white powdery thing that formed, that is the silver chloride. We formed a precipitate. Okay, so if you did the work for problem 1, you already have the answer for problem 2. Remember from the reactions that the very first reaction are 2 salts mixing together, so it could be a precipitate reaction. And we determined that the products from these 2 salts are silver hydroxide and sodium nitrate. And we know that silver hydroxide is insoluble because of the solubility rule. All hydroxides are insoluble, with the exception of group 1, coupled from group 2, and ammonium. Since silver is not in group 1, it's not one of the exceptions from group 2, and is not ammonium, then we know it would be insoluble. The other reactions, 2 and 3, are acid-base neutralization reactions, which we normally don't focus on them for precipitates because they do form a salt as well. The salt could technically be a precipitate, but usually we don't focus on that. The other precipitate reaction has ammonium nitrate and silver acetate. And the products, however, are silver nitrate and ammonium acetate and silver nitrate. That should be acetate down there. And the acetate and nitrates are all soluble, so there's no precipitate, no reaction happening there. Good idea to make this your own, and you can always make it your own by creating your own table of reactions, choosing reactants, whether it's for an acid-base neutralization or precipitate reaction. And you're going to focus, since this problem is looking whether or not you form precipitate or not, or don't, you're going to look at cases where a precipitate could form. Now, in the acid-base neutralization reaction, that would sort of be like a decoy default if you wanted to add it for practice, but really focus on including precipitate reactions where you have 2 salts and have cases where precipitates form and some do not. By making it your own, you're going above and beyond just knowing what to do for this particular problem. That means that you'll have the skills and knowledge to be able to tackle any problem, so I strongly recommend it. Hope you found this video helpful. Have a quality day.